All right, welcome back. We got a crypto market update. This one will be nice and quick. So first, let's get into the news. We'll look at the charts and then we'll go over our action items. So not a whole lot of news the last few weeks or maybe even month and a half since we last talked. Bitcoin is breaking down out of the recent range. We'll look at that in the charts. As far as news, we've got CZ, who was the head of Binance, has been sentenced to 4 months in a U.S. prison. Um, I thought originally he was sentenced like 10 years, so 4 months is not bad. He did have to pay a $4 billion fine, and they turned over he turned over his seat to someone else that is going to work with U.S. regulators. So I thought that was good news. Again, CZ, I don't know much about the guy, but from what I've seen from him, he's not an SBF, obviously. He seems to want to do the right thing. He just didn't play by the regulators' rules when it came to KYC and things like that. So they did crack down on him. But the fact that he only got 4 months again shows Binance isn't a big Ponzi scheme and things like that. So I think that's good. That's good for Binance. That's good for Binance people, users. Um, but other than that, there were some ETFs launched in Hong Kong this week. They have a Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF that launched. From what I've seen so far, they haven't been doing so hot. Not a lot of appetite. Again, the market's cooled off quite a bit, so there's not a lot of demand over there right now. So that is the news. If we look at the chart, I mentioned we broke down. We've been chopping sideways here. We reached the all-time high, 73K, and we've just been bouncing up and down, up and down. 60K was a really solid support, and boom, we've broken that. So today's been a pretty big red day, and I'm looking forward to this. So we'll get into what I'm doing and my action items in a moment. But I think our next support is going to be here in the low 50s, mid to low 50s. And then if we break 50K, we're looking at 45K, our next support. I don't anticipate us breaking this next support. This was kind of, the more times we tested it, the more times I thought, okay, we're due to break through eventually. And because of that, I did rearrange my portfolio. So I have mentioned in the past, I got rid of a lot of altcoins. Again, those were trades. If I went into a coma 10 years from now, I'm totally comfortable holding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Other than that, I don't want to hold anything else long term. I just trade it around to increase my capital so I can buy more Bitcoin. Um, and I thought if we got a breakdown here, I didn't want to be holding these altcoins that are going to go down 70, 80% when Bitcoin's on a great sale. I wanted to preserve capital, take profits when I had them, or cut losses early so I can buy the dip in Bitcoin. Now, buy the dip in Bitcoin, I have been doing that. I bought some first time in a long time. It's been months since I bought Bitcoin. I made a purchase around, I think, 62,000. I made a purchase at 59,000, and I'm looking to make more purchases at the mid 50s and below. Um, so let's just say if I had $10 to spend, I've put to work $3, and I'm looking to put another $7 to work on this dip. Now, I don't think we shoot back up anytime soon. I think we keep chopping around sideways, testing these supports, and then eventually fall and winter, that's when we make our next move up. I still think we're in the middle of our bull run. Again, follow the 4 year cycles. We're in the middle of this cycle, and I do see a path for us to hit over 100K this cycle. I'm hoping this year, but I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. The economy looks, not the economy, but the markets look like they want to pull back, and Bitcoin's a risk asset that will pull back with them. And that's why I want to have some cash to purchase. So again, I've deployed 30% of the capital that I want to. I got another 70% of powder ready to roll. And over the next few months, we will see if I put some more money into my crypto accounts to add. Now that's for Bitcoin. When it comes to altcoins, well, let's go look at our action items, because this is all stuff we've talked about. We know the bull bear case, but when it comes to action items, you want to buy the dips in long-term projects. So if you're buying something right now, again, I don't think the bottom's in. Be prepared for, especially the altcoins, to keep dumping. I'm limiting my trading. I'm really not doing any trading right now when it comes to crypto. I'm just accumulating long-term holds. And I'm waiting for Bitcoin strength to return to go in on some altcoins. Now, there are some that I do want to purchase. These are always the action items. I'm not going to read these. Take a screenshot. These are rules to always follow, action items to always follow. But when it comes to waiting for Bitcoin strength to buy some altcoins, the ones I'm looking at are going to be Solana, Beam, and IMX. I did sell my Ethereum just to preserve capital. I did that a couple weeks ago. I want to say around 3,300 bucks. I did sell my Ethereum and just moved that into USDC coin and ready to buy the Bitcoin dip. I like Ethereum, but I like Bitcoin a whole lot more, and I want to get as much as I can before we hit 100K. So I think this is a great opportunity mid-cycle to accumulate more Bitcoin, and I'm going real heavy into that for long-term holds. Again, I don't really want to ever sell my Bitcoin. I just want to accumulate, and hold. The more I learn and the more I study Bitcoin, the more I just want a ton of it. And the more I study money in general, I'm like, boy, we are just, our currency is crazy. So I want to own as much Bitcoin as I can. And I will trade everything else. So even Ethereum, I will look to trade, but I will probably trade Ethereum through futures contracts rather than spot. Now that's something for a whole different video. I'll let you guys discover that on your own. Maybe I'll make a video down the road when we get to that point, but we are not there yet. And when it comes to coins, I would like to trade when we see a little bit of strength in Bitcoin. The number one I want to purchase is Stacks. Now Stacks is a layer 2 solution for Bitcoin, so it's a levered play on Bitcoin. And I've had great success with this in the past, but these altcoins right now are a falling knife. So again, I've done really good on this coin before because it trades just like Bitcoin, but at 10x scale. So we are breaking down quite a bit here. If we can get back down to the low dollars, 150, 130, I'll see where Bitcoin is. But again, buying altcoins right now, you're just catching a falling knife. So just be prepared and be careful. And again, I think there's going to be huge opportunity when we get back into fever bull market. Right now it's cooled off quite a bit. AI and gaming. So as far as AI, I still hold my OLAS token. This was one I bought for pennies and now it's worth dollars. And so I sold my I sold a bunch initially to pay for golf clubs and other things like that. And I'm just letting my cost basis ride. This is one I'm totally comfortable going to zero. But other than that, that's the only crappy coin that I own. I just have Bitcoin in this right now and then cash. But the themes I'm looking at is AI and gaming. So I'm also looking around what's going to be the best AI play besides OLAS and what's going to be the best gaming play that I like. I really like Beam. That's another one I did really well on this cycle, and IMX as well. So I'm following those. I'm looking at those, and I like Solana as a trade. Solana trades similar to Ethereum. Just again, it's more. It makes a bigger move to the upside and the downside. So if Ethereum's up 2%, Solana's going to be at 5%. So if I'm going to trade those other altcoins, I want to trade the ones that have more alpha, and trade them and get them at the right price. Because if they move more to the upside, they move more to the downside. So I need to get in at the right price because it's not what you buy, it's what you pay. So anyways, that is my thoughts. Bitcoin's the only thing I'm really looking at right now. And once we start to see some more strength in Bitcoin, I'll start looking at the other ones. But right now it's boom, death, falling knife. Now, if I bring out my magic marker, my crystal ball, we'll probably get a bounce here, reject, bounce, boom, 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 boom. And who knows? Again, I have no clue, but I expect to get little bounces here and there. Just wait for confirmation of a higher high and not these lower lows. Because right now we have a high and then boom, we drop. Then we pull back up, boom, then we drop. Then we pull up, boom, we drop. Wait until we have a higher high. That is when, okay, now we're ready to move back up. Or maybe you wait until we pass the all-time high. Because if I think we're going to 100K, there's not that big of a difference from buying at 60 versus buying at 70 if we're going to 100K plus. So that is all I got for you, crypto market update. Until then, stay safe, preserve capital. That's rule number one right now, is preserve capital and get ready to buy the blue chips. So similar to the stock market too, we're in a similar boat where looks like the market wants to cool off, and so you can go buy the dip right now, but wait for some confirmation. So that's all I got. Peace out. End the video.